Porsche's GTS variants have always been about giving you a little bit more of what makes a Porsche, well, Porsche, without having to step up to the frankly bonkers RS models or the Turbo family. But this is the new 911 GTS, a car based on the 992 911 and a car that's regarded universally as pretty close to sports car perfection. So what I'm here to do is find out if this new 911 GTS can push the game forward even a little bit. If only there was somewhere I could really push these cars to their limit. Well, as luck would have it, there is somewhere. This is the Porsche Experience Centre in Franciacorta, Italy, and it's the very latest facility in Porsche's global network of exclusive test tracks. And if you're lucky enough to be invited to this hallowed ground, you'll find a €28 million motoring mecca covering 60 hectares with an off-road track, kart track, stunning architectural 5,000 square metre customer centre, and an FIA-approved Class 2 racetrack. The GTS sits in the 911 family above the Carrera S but below the Turbo S, and it brings a level of performance and luxury that sits somewhere in the middle. Key to this car is not just some performance benefits, but a little extra luxury and comfort. For example, I've got nicer interior materials. I've got this suede material on the seats and leather, nicer interior stitching, matching bits and pieces all over the place. And on the outside, you get some more sinister dark bits, including the wheels, which are 21 inches at the back and slightly smaller 20 inches at the front. So this car brings a nicer aesthetic, slightly more exclusive look on the road. And on the way here, I drove the Targa GTS. That was huge fun. Loads of wonderful roads here in Italy, up through the mountains. I had an absolute ball. But one of the most extraordinary things about it was I pulled up at a roundabout and happened to look down at my watch, which has a heart rate monitor. It told me at the wheel of the 911 GTS Targa, my heart rate was 41 BPM. That means I have a lower BPM and I'm more relaxed in this car than when I'm asleep. But there are performance enhancements as well. You don't get a lot more power over the standard 3-litre flat 6 turbo. 353 kilowatts, just 3 kilowatts extra, and 570 newton meters of torque. Other things include sport suspension, which you don't get on the Targa, but it has a helper spring to try and keep things a little bit more predictable and well behaved. And this car sits 10 millimeters lower than the Carrera S. Again, on the road, it doesn't seem to make a huge amount of difference to a really lovely, pliable and compliant chassis. Loads of comfort. But of course, what we're here to find out is exactly what this car goes like when you really dig deep into its performance. Now this is Porsche's latest driving experience centre, and this racetrack is absolutely box fresh. The surface is like nothing I've ever experienced. Perfection is not too strong a word. And it pairs beautifully with the 911 GTS. There is tons of grip. This version is the 4, which means it has all-wheel drive, of course. And through some of these tighter corners, you can lean on it so hard. Get it wrong and it will understeer. That's what the 911 has always been able to do in the wrong hands. But set up your line properly, get that weight distribution sorted, and it is so neutral through corners. Because it's the 4, you can get the power on mid-corner and it's not going to spit you off into the gravel. And it's got that impeccable Porsche brake pedal feel. Oh my God. This car is equipped with carbon ceramic rotors. Oh my God, do they ever work? And then chuck it into these lovely chicanes. It manages its weight so nicely. You can get a very expensive lightweight pack which takes about a bag of cement out of the curb weight, but even this version, which is the standard curb weight, is incredibly agile. Whoa, I can carry some serious speed through those corners. Bloody hell. But the thing I love so much about the 911 and particularly the GTS with those little enhancements is it makes you work for the perfect lap. It won't just hand it to you straight out of the box and easy. You have to know how to drive this car. It is still engine at the back, and that will bite you if you're not careful. But get it right and it's deeply satisfying. One of the most rewarding experiences you'll find on a track. And what a privilege it is to be on a track like this. Between you and I, it's not even open yet. Its party is this Saturday. Oh. The steering is just sublime, so precise. Working beautifully with that slightly lowered ride height. You can position this car with unbelievable accuracy, and there's a confidence that comes with that. Corners like this though, brake in the wrong place and it will do the classic rear engine trick of stepping out. And I definitely don't want to do that in a car that's done about 2,000 kilometers. I could do this all day long. And that's the most important thing. This car will do that all day long. It's a Porsche, which means the brakes aren't starting to fade. The powertrain is as strong as ever. The gearbox is super snappy. It's made for the track. When you buy into the Porsche 911 exclusive membership experience, you're getting a car that will do what it says on the box day after day and year after year, whether that's driving over the beautiful mountain scenery to get here or when you let your hair down on the track. But let's return to that first question. The GTS has a lot of weight on its shoulders. It has to do everything incredibly well while upholding the versatility of the 911 brand. Well, I'm happy to say that this latest 992 GTS absolutely does everything with a wonderful degree of balance. You don't really buy a 911 the way you do any other car. Many other ranges have that definite one to have in the range, but not so for the Porsche 911. That's because the entry-level 911 Carrera two-wheel drive is an astoundingly good car, and to be completely honest, probably all the 911 I'd ever need. But if you want more 911, that's exactly how you can buy it. It's almost like you buy the 911 range by weight or by the case. So say, for example, the 911 Carrera is a couple of bottles of nice Californian Chardonnay. The GTS would be like going home with the whole cellar. Remember that time I went to Italy and made a video about a Porsche 911 GTS and the weather was wonderful and the track was perfect and everything was great? Yes, I remember that too. And if you liked it, do the right thing. Hit like, hit subscribe, and also press the bell icon so you know whenever we post a lovely new video like this one.